news, Uggos. Science is telling you there's still a chance. Hey guys, Tara here for D News, and it turns out knowing how to flirt may get you laid. Who knew, right? It's crazy. A team of psychologists at Webster University has discovered that not only is flirting important in picking up the opposite sex, or same sex if that's your thing, it's actually more effective than looking good. Scientists studied various flirting techniques used in places like singles bars and shopping malls and found that it's not the most physically attractive people who get approached, but the ones who signal their availability and confidence through basic flirting. Of course, the two most universal techniques are smiling and making eye contact. Those are pretty powerful on their own, but what else can be done to seal the deal? For women, things like flipping your hair or licking your lips can be a good signal, and studies have shown that playing hard to get works as long as you're enthusiastic about the person you're with. For men, research shows that the most effective flirting technique early on involves displays of social dominance. And no, that does not mean walking into a bar and peeing all over the floor. Believe it or not, women do not like that. What they do like is much more subtle behavior. Briefly glancing at the person you're interested in, positioning your body so it takes up more space, changing your location at a bar more frequently, and making playful, non-reciprocated contact with male friends. The study shows that men who do these things receive preferential attention from women. And anecdotally, I can tell you that a group of guys is much less intimidating than one guy standing at the bar alone, presumably for the sole purpose of picking up girls. Also, leave the cheesy pickup lines at home. Research shows that women tend to prefer innocuous opening lines over direct or clever ones, whereas men actually want women to be direct about their intentions. Once you're actually engaged in conversation with someone, the study says that touching can be the most effective flirting technique. And sure enough, research shows that a light touch on the forearm can make a man more successful in getting a girl's number. But guys, I cannot stress this enough. It's all about context. In general, women are much less receptive to being touched by people they don't know. So stick with the pleasantries at first, a handshake, maybe a light shoulder tap, until you know for certain that she's interested. If you're getting clear signals, then maybe try mixing it up with a playful forearm touch or a light brush of the waist. And if you really can't tell whether or not she's interested, there are some dead giveaway signs. A woman who's comfortable with you will speak smoothly and quickly, and she won't wince or pull away if you try to touch her arm. In fact, that right there is probably the best barometer you have. But again, context is everything, so if a woman is clearly not feeling it, back off. There's nothing more unappealing than a guy who can't get a hint. With that, I will leave the men watching this with one last piece of personal advice, not yet proven by science, but effective nonetheless, which is that self-awareness goes a very, very long way. Girls can tell when you're trying too hard, so instead of sticking to a tried and true formula, try just having a conversation, like you actually care about what the other person has to say. It's an insane concept, I know, but it works. If you have any other flirting tips, preferably ones that don't end in restraining orders, leave them in the comments below or hit us up on Twitter at DNews.